Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be going over contouring with you, and I'm going to be creating playlists and sections, re-going over some things and to help explain various techniques. I don't think I've really shown this technique because what I tend to do with contouring is do everything under foundation, but we're going to do it over for this video and this technique. I've already primed my skin, which I've used the Tom Ford Illuminating Primer, which is really an illuminating moisturizer, which is why I've used it, because it's very good. Now, because I've got a myriad of products to pick from, I'm going to be picking from the Tom Ford range. I'm going to be starting with foundation, and this is number 6 in Sable. I'm only using a single pump, and I'm using my number 10 brush. And all the information on the products and where to buy the brushes, if you want them, is in the description bar. The idea, the whole goal with foundation is to even out the skin tone. It's not to eradicate everything on the face. And when you're contouring and highlighting, you are already going to be adding numerous product to the skin, so you don't need as much foundation. So I just want to add a tiny bit of evening outness to the skin. So I'm just blending this in with the brush. There you go, that's all I needed. Now I'm going to be taking 2 stick foundations for this. I'm going to be taking number 5 and number 12. So there's quite a jump here. So I'm going to start with the highlighting stick, which is, again, they're all by Tom Ford. And I'm going to show you the areas of the face that I think could do with some highlighting. I'm taking a concealer brush. Now this is my brush, but it has no name or number yet because it's not out. I would like to highlight underneath the eye area, down the nose. I would like to highlight here. The areas that you highlight will come forward at you. So let's begin. So I'm going to go here, and I'm doing this heavy, but you don't have to, but it won't look heavy because we will blend. So I think this is a good area to highlight. I'm going just past the eyebrow up into the cheek. So if you don't have a beard, you want to highlight around the lip area. So I'm just going to do this bit here, but you would go around. Don't forget to go down the bridge of the nose. And I'm following it all the way down to the tip. And then we're going to highlight kind of this section here, just in the middle. So now we want to get on with the scary bit, which is the contouring. So I'm taking the same brush, and this is number 12 in the Tom Ford stick. I'm going to create a kind of half moon halo. So I'm going to start here and here, like this. And the same principle. How cool am I? I'm pretty much doing this blind, just with the viewfinder. So I would like to create more contrast along this sort of area here to build dimension. I would like to contour from the start of the eyebrow all the way down the nose. Same thing on the other side, starting from there and going all the way down. I'm going to wrap it around the tip of the nose to lift the nose, and even though I've highlighted all the way down, I'm just going to create a little break right here just to lift the tip of the nose. So there's your cheekbone. You want to go just under your cheekbone, or if you'd like to lift it, you can go a little bit higher up. Start from the ear, and we're going to just drag the color here, and you want to go at your jawline. Mine's here. But for this tutorial, I'm going to just go here, just to add a little bit more kind of dimension. Now, bear in mind that contouring is the one thing that I can do really well. So you want to go into it with ease, as in use a color that's a shade lighter or a shade darker than your foundation shade, rather than the extreme that I've done here. So let's blend this in. This is a damp beauty blender sponge, that's all it is, there's nothing else on it. So I'm going to start with the light shade, and I'm bouncing this product onto the highlighted area. That's all. This is filmed in as true HD as we're going to get, so you'll see the texture on the skin, and I promise you it's going to look great. So I'm going to blend underneath the eyes and up. You're patting and blending as you go. You're being as gentle as you can to your face. You're just trying to blend these colors into the surrounding skin. So Again, we want to blend here. This looks amazing right around the lip when you do lipstick, because it really highlights that area. Gently pat, and if you've got discoloured lids, you can go over this area too, and you're blending it into nothing. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the nose for the time being, do a round, and then we'll blend the nose all in together. So same sponge. You notice that I'm bouncing it, and I'm bouncing it out and up. So the whole thing is kind of going towards the hairline. I'm not coming forward to bring it down. Now, because I've created such a strong contrast between these two colours, I'm going to take this sponge and then just kind of really lightly, with almost no pressure, just bring the two together. So I'm coming onto that highlighted plane here so that it's not as harsh. Again, blend and blend slightly up and then slightly back. So you can see that kind of streak. Let's just blend them in. You'll see, don't be scared. If you're worried, you can take a tiny dab of foundation to just go over those areas. That might be really wonderful and help to kind of seal it all in. But you can see that there is this really nice kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it just looks like the face isn't just one dimensional plane that we just paint it with foundation, this one colour. It looks like it's got structure in it. So let's just do the other side. So you can see there is no strange lines on the face. Everything looks like it should be there, but it's got this dimension. You can see where the highlight is. So I like to blend the nose. I'm blending the upper part, then the lower part, and then I'm blending this slightly darker colour, and I'm just bouncing over the two. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to go to the sides of the nose and blend down. And blend into the eye, brow. The whole thing should become one. So when you're complete and you think that that's pretty good, double check it, go on to the side that has nothing on to just make sure that there's no real hard edges. So you're just bouncing the clean part of the sponge over the face. So all we need to do now is set it. I'm not going to set it all over. I don't want to touch half of the face. What I want to touch are the areas that I don't want to be shiny. It's all Tom Ford in this tutorial. It's not sponsored. I'm just a big fan. So make sure you've not got too much powder on the brush. I want to matte down this area in the center. Don't want this shiny. I don't want the nose shiny, particularly the sides of the nose and around the nose. Those areas don't look pretty when there's shine on them. So going around it as well. Don't forget to powder here, very important. The other area that's important to powder is underneath the eyes. Now, what you want to make sure is that none of the foundation or concealer, whatever you've used, has gone into any of the lines. Then take your powder brush and very lightly powder under the eyes. Now this is my number 2, and it is as soft as they get. So I'm only powdering here, not touching anywhere else. I don't want to touch there because I want there to be shine where there's shine. I think it looks nice and healthy. And I don't want to put anything else on the face. I don't want to put bronzer on. I don't want to put blusher on, because I want you to see it exactly kind of as it is right now. Because now what we've done is we've created a higher plane here, and all these things will connect up when we do our makeup. When we do our eye makeup, we pull it out. as we pull that dark shadow out, it will meet this highlighted area here and it will blend into it. As we put our bronzer on, it will greet these darker shades down the sides of our face and blend in beautifully. As we put blusher and highlighter on, they will blend into the contour and the highlight, creating this wonderful illusion of amazing facial architecture, amazing bones, amazing planes on the face, which is what we want. And that is how I would contour with using stick and liquid products over foundation. Now this is part one. In all the other parts that I'll do, I'll show you numerous different ways to contour and highlight, and I will group them all together in a playlist for you, so it'll make it much easier. For some people, contouring and highlighting is a pain and it's a mystery. For me, it was always the one thing that came really, really easy, the one thing that I was very good at. So practice this, see what you think. It doesn't have to be an everyday occurrence, and I want you to see when I get close in, I can see little things that maybe I've done wrong. See, like here, that I couldn't see before, maybe needs some blending in, where that contour colour that I used, because I haven't done my brows, just needs a little bit more blending in. See, if I'd done my brows, the whole thing would have blended in absolutely divinely. But there you go. This is contouring and highlighting, part one in the video. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something, and I hope you realised that it's not this complicated, terrifying procedure, that we really can do these amazing things with our faces and have them look absolutely just wonderful and like this is our face. It's not an everyday face. Maybe it is for you, maybe it isn't. As I've said before, makeup is meditation for those that love it. So this could be your time to prepare your face for the day. Let me know what you think. This is part one. I will see you in all the other parts. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.